All right, guys, welcome to Math for this e-learning day. And we're starting a new idea today, but I don't think it's going to be one that's super tough for us, seeing what we already know about fractions and what we already know about finding equal fractions. Today, we're going to figure out comparing fractions. And we're really going to be looking at fractions where they have the same denominator. So where the bottom number is going to be the same, okay? So let's look at an example. Let's think of 3/4 and 1/4. And what are we going to put in here? Are we going to put a less than or greater than or an equal sign? And at first, it's going to be hard for you to kind of visualize these things. But what we're really going to do is draw some pictures. And those pictures are really going to help us. And once we start drawing those pictures, it's going to make it really easy to see what we're going to do. So let's start by drawing 3/4. I'm going to write this fraction to show that I'm going to draw 3/4. We're going to split in half. Half again to get my fourths, and I need to color in 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to do the other fraction. I'm going to do 1/4. And I need to make sure that my rectangles are the same length. We're going to split that into 4s, like that, okay? And we're going to color in 1. All right, and then I'm looking at them. Let's see. Which one has a bigger area colored in? In other words, more space that has been colored. Now, it's easy to say more pieces because we're working with the same denominator. If I have this candy bar that's broken into 4 pieces and another candy bar that's the same size and it's broken into 4 pieces, and on this first candy bar, I eat 3, and on the second candy bar, I eat 1. Which candy bar did I eat more of? Well, I ate more of this one. This one is larger than this. More colored in. That's what we're thinking about. So then I go up here and I use my alligator mouth. Okay, is the alligator mouth going to eat 3/4 of a candy bar, or is it going to eat 1/4 of a candy bar? Because remember, alligators, they're kind of hungry animals and they want to eat the bigger thing, right? So this one is going to get the greater than symbol because this one has more colored in than this one. Okay, so that is how we're going to be looking at comparing fractions. Let's do another one together. Let's do let's do this one. 1/2 and 1/2. I don't know that I even need a picture. So, but I'm going to draw a picture, and I'm going to draw circles this time. Now I have to have the same size circle. Because if one circle is bigger than the other, it's not going to be obvious. So this one, I color half. This one, I color half. Those are equal to each other, aren't they? Okay, let's do another one where we require a picture. Let's do and you might, as we work through some of these, start to see a pattern. I'm going to do circles again. So start with 2 circles that are the same. It was a little bigger, but it's okay. I'm going to make my y, because that's how I split things into thirds. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, and this one gets 1. Okay, and which one has more colored in? Well, 2/3 is greater than 1/3. So that's really what we're doing today when we compare fractions. Now you might, as you've worked through a couple of these, have started to notice a pattern. I noticed that in this one, when the bottom number is the same, 3 is greater than 1. It only works when the bottom number is the same. I can kind of ignore it if the bottom number is the same. Oh, look at this one. Bottom number is the same. 2 is bigger than 1, so therefore 2/3 is bigger than 1/3. A little bit confused? Let's look at that again. what if I've got 3/9 and I've got 5/9? First thing I notice is that the denominators are the same. So I'm going to kind of ignore the denominators. 3 and 5. Well, 3 is less than 5, which makes 3/9 less than 5/9. If you can pick up on that pattern, remember this is only with the same denominators. When there's different denominators, there's going to be a different rule, and we're going to talk about that one tomorrow. But this is what you're going to end up with, okay? So you're going to be working your way through a practice buddy. Your practice buddy is going to look an awful lot like what I'm going to show you here. So it's going to give us some fraction strips to look at. Remember, when we're doing these problems with fraction strips, we're ignoring that big 1 on the top. Okay, and look at this one, 4/8 or 5/8. Which one is longer, 4/8 or 5/8? Well, 4/8 is shorter, so this is going to be less than, okay? Let's go down to some of these at the bottom where, there's not enough room to draw a picture, but I bet, let's see, 2/4 and 1/4. So this is one of those where the denominator is the same. I can kind of ignore the denominator, and I have 2 and 1. Well, since 2 is bigger than 1, and the denominators are the same, that means 2/4 is greater than 1/4. And if you really think about it, if you've got a pizza that's cut into 4 pieces, and you eat 2 of those pieces, and somebody only eats 1 of those pieces, well, 2/4 is more than 1 out of the 4. And that's kind of how you have to think about it today, all right? So you are going to start working your way through Practice Buddy 13.3. Your goal is 80%, of course. If you get stuck, confused, lost, and you're doing this before the Zoom, come to the Zoom and we can work through it. If you are stuck, confused, otherwise send me a message in the inbox and we'll see what we can do to work this out. You are comparing fractions that have the same denominator, greater than, less than, or equal to. Thanks for following along with the lesson. Now it's time to go work hard.